I'm here to talk about these two guys here, and I guess a group of people in general. It's some of you guys know them. It's international students coming to America, and today I'm going to talk about, or they're going to talk about, some of their experiences that they've had before coming here and while they're here. So, you want to introduce yourself?
My name's Tuan. I'm 21. I'm from Australia. I'm a junior.
My name is Victor. I'm from Brazil. I'm senior, and I play with this guy soccer in Ottawa. So
Yeah, me too.
I'm business major too, as well. So
Me included. Me included.
yeah.
Okay. So tell me, guys. Um, so tell me the feeling that you got the first time you knew you were gonna come to America. So, like, if you were at home, like you just got an email from the university and they said, "Okay, Victor Marshall, we want you to come here." And is that when you made your decision, or like how did you feel when that
No,
happened?
it was kind of like, that was like, for me, it was kind of new. Like, I didn't know that how it's gonna be because I came to America when I was 18 years old. Like, I was too young, and like the first time I was like so ready to come. I was like, oh, I need to go, I need to go, I need to stay in America when I play soccer there. And when I received the scholarship and I saw the email, I was like so happy. I was like, oh, that like I'll work for it for like years to be ready to come. So at the same time, I was like kind of, oh my God, I'll leave my family, leave my friends. So I was gonna be there. Like, it was kind of like I didn't know what is gonna happen. So that's kind of weird for me. I don't know how to describe the feeling, but I don't know about Tuan if he has some.
Were you excited? Were you
I was so excited at the same time. It's kind of like I don't
You were
know, maybe
nervous.
scared.
You
Maybe
were
scared.
nervous? Yeah.
I was nervous and scared
Yeah.
because live by myself in a country. I don't even speak English
Yeah.
at that time. So
Yeah, I feel you on that. That could be really scary to leave your home like
yeah,
that. Get out of
imagine.
your comfort zone.
Yeah, imagine you go to a place and try to speak with people, and people look at you like, "What are you talking about? What are you
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to say?" I was like, "Oh my God, what I'm doing here?"
Yeah, I bet that could be difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Tuan, what about you? What was your experience when you first found out you were gonna come to America?
Obviously, I was excited because it was something I was looking to do. I looked for like ways to see how I could get over there and study and play soccer. But I guess I wasn't as scared as you might say because I had already, when I was 18, I had already lived by myself in Japan.
Oh, really? Tell us a little about that.
Well, yeah, after I graduated high school, I kind of just took a year off studies and everything, and I lived in Japan for about 8 months. And I was by myself. I didn't know the language. Getting around was like really hard. Like, it got to a point where like towards the end, I was pretty homesick because like I was just missing how everything was back home. Like, after like 8 months away, I was freshly 18. But so I went back home, but I always knew that I wanted to keep traveling. So I was like, America, it would be a pretty easy transition because they speak English here. So
Yeah.
when I found
Language.
out, the language barrier wasn't a problem. When I found out, I was pretty excited because it was something I was looking to do, and to actually get the opportunity to do it was it's a pretty cool feeling. So that's my experience.
Okay. So, like, it sounds like both your decisions, like, it was pretty easy to make the decision to leave home and come to America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I've always liked to travel, and I think you can always go home in the end,
Yeah.
But you can't always go somewhere else and live.
True. Okay. So, what are some of like the things that you find difficult being in America?
America?
Yeah.
First for me is the food.
The food.
Yeah, I miss the food back
Yeah.
home so bad. the language was kind of hard too. The culture is depends on the state you go. The culture is so different than Brazil. Like if you go to Miami, you feel like you feel that you're in home because you have a lot of Brazilians there, like a big community of Latinos, and like this make you like feel home. But if you go to a place in the north, for example, like I live in New York for a year and a half, and like of course I have a lot of Brazilians there too because it's a rude city, but at the same time like sometimes you just like want to go home and say like oh I'm like feeling home, you know, and it's kind of hard because the culture is different, and that this is one of the like difficulties I got here in America, but yeah, so I'll say language, food, and culture sometimes.
Well, your language is your language is good. Like you speak good English. I know it's like it's not perfect, but
Yeah.
if I try to have an interview in Portuguese, it wouldn't be good at all. I wouldn't even be able to say hello. So.
I know. Yeah, it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to learn like new languages.
Yeah, but you did it, and you're taking like college courses in a language that you just learned. So.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
That's impressive.
Sometimes I look at my GPA and say, "Oh, I'm doing good."
Yeah.
I'm learning.
That's good, man. That's good. And what about you, Twan?
So what was it like?
Some things that you don't like being here in America, or some things you dislike, or what you miss from home.
I think just like the accessibility, you know, like not having a car,
Yeah.
like being in a town or a city where public transport
Yeah.
isn't a really big thing. Because
Mhm.
back home, you know, my brother, I think he's 2 years older than me, so he's 23, and he still doesn't have his license because he just doesn't have the need for one. You know, there's
Yeah.
Uber, there's
I mean,
public
that's
transport.
that's convenient. That's a good way, an efficient way to get around as well.
Yeah. So that's one thing, but even just out here like, with no car,
Yeah, it is
trying to
difficult.
go to Walmart or
Yeah.
like just someplace where you want to go but you can't,
Yeah.
you're kind of just stuck. But yeah, I guess that's one of the things I dislike or what I miss from home.
Okay. So now let's so this is gonna be a pretty weighted question. So knowing what you know now, if you could go back in time, would you still come to America?
Yeah, for sure.
You would?
Yeah,
Why?
100%.
Why?
The experience I learned here is more important than my diploma and more important than like all the awards I received in the school. Like the experience you cannot learn in a classroom. You know, experience is just about life. It's just about situations that happens to you, and you need to solve some problems by yourself. You need to deal with some situations, and like all this experience I got here in America, like for me is more important than everything. So if I come back in the past, 2014, when I decide to come here, I'll probably do the same.
Do the same?
Yeah, for sure. And of course the diploma here is so important and it's an accomplishment for my career. So yeah, I'll come back for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. It's good to hear.
I'd probably say the same, to be honest. Like I thought I was a bit unlucky with some of the schools that I went to, but just all like the experiences, like Victor mentioned, you know, like just all the personal kind of problems and battles that you kind of have to go through yourself, you know, because you're so far away from your family and your friends from back home. There's a lot of downtime, you know, especially being a student athlete, there's a lot of downtime, so there's a lot of individual things you have to work on. But also the people that I've met as well, like from around the world, from America, you know, like it's just a really unique bonding and college experience. That's really cool, to be honest, you know, like
it's a great networking for the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, everywhere you go, you have like a friend.
Somewhere to stay.
Somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere to stay, exactly. Like, it's just crazy. So, like, even though I was a bit unlucky with the schools, like, I wouldn't have met the people that I would have met. So, 100%, yeah, I'd go through it again. Get some very good memories.
So let's end it like with a fun question. or just something fun. Let's talk about something fun. Talk about the best night or best time you've had in America. You can take take a second to think about it. Here, use your phone. And yeah, take a second, but not too long.
I'll say my first night in America.
First night?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in Miami with my Brazilian friends, and we went somewhere. I don't know, to be honest. I think it was Wynwood, the name of the neighborhood.
Okay, keep it PG.
PG. Yeah, it was a cool night. Yeah, this is like a nice place.
Okay.
And it was my first night, so.
Did you know any English then? No English? Did any of y'all know English?
No. I was single, I tried to talk to the girl, and they look at me like, so I started speaking Spanish.
Do what you got to do. That's funny. Sounds like a good time. You, Twan?
Favorite like night, is it?
Night, memory, just whatever you want to talk about.
Probably going to LA for the first time.
Oh, LA?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was really cool because you always see it like on your phone or like on social media or like everywhere. Like it's one of those places that is just famous. So like actually seeing those places and doing what I got to do was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like it was just like a cool moment. Like
Yeah,
a really
yeah.
cool moment. Just got to experience like a different kind of culture as well.
Yeah.
Out there.
What was it like? Like, what was the culture like there?
It was just like.
Was it similar to Australia? Because, you know...
Yes and no, like in terms of like people being like laid back and stuff
Yeah.
like that, like because I had a teammate from LA and he let me stay with him, so,
Okay.
and he was so like relaxed and stuff, and
Kind of took you in.
yeah, and like the friends that I met from him too, like
Mhm.
were just like pretty cool and like
Yeah, that's what's up.
yeah, it was sick.
Yeah. Well, thanks guys for sharing that with me,
Thank you
and
for listening.
we'll see y'all later.